You know, Jenna, I saw the moment on the field after the game with you and, Coach and Maddie. Kind of tell me about that moment, obviously walking off for your last time.
Well, we definitely knew, obviously, it was our last time walking off that field together. And, I mean, it's just I was taking it in with the people I love the most. I was hugging Abby. I know Abby was working her butt off that game. I mean, she hit that 3-run bomb for us. And I know that this kid's going to do great things at this university. She's going to kill it her next 3 years. And, yeah.
Jenna, you've seen everything Lauren has done basically in her career here. Can you put into perspective what she did for you guys in these do-or-die games the last 2 weeks?
She's done everything for us. I mean, we couldn't be here at this game right now if it weren't for her. So, I mean, just knowing that I'm behind her, watching her pitch her butt off every single day, I mean, that's just something that I would live and die for as well. I mean, she's working her butt off, so us hitters, the offense is going to work their butt off too. I mean, she did everything for us. She's Mizzou. I mean, you look at her, and I'm going to always think of her as one of my best teammates, my pitcher, all of that.
You talked about Lauren, but that entire senior class, I mean, the 5 of you, part of Coach LA's first year. What's this journey kind of been like over these last 4 years?
Oh, it's been amazing. I mean, there's been highs, there's been lows. I mean, we've been working through it, and I mean, I wouldn't have asked to go out any other way. Maddie Gallagher said something in the locker room. She was like, I would take this result over and over again if it meant I got to play with you guys again. And I think that just shows. She's been here for 2 years, and that just shows the impact that she's had on this team and the impact that this team has had on her. And, I mean, this year as well, this last year, I mean, we would all die for one another. I mean, this kid right here, I would literally do anything for her. I know she'd do anything for us as well.
Abby, you've been part of this team for one season now. What have you learned from the likes of Jenna, from the likes of Maddie Gallagher, from Lauren Krings in your year?
Just to keep working until you can't anymore. Just like, I mean, they've taught me a lot, just how to be myself and just how to play the game right.
How special was this team in your mind, both of your minds?
Very special. You can tell by our emotion right now, but it's very special.
I agree with that. I don't think anything else is to be said about that, where this team, I mean, like I said before, everyone on this team would die for each other. Coach can speak on that as well. I mean, this is one of my favorite teams I've ever played with.
Can either one of you, and it's obviously not quite over, but talk about the swing of emotions in that 9th inning from what Duke does in the top half to then coming up and being within an eyelash of tying the game?
So honestly, when Duke scored those 4 runs, I had every bit of faith in my offense that we were gonna score 5 runs that inning and we were gonna win the game. I mean, I knew top of the lineup was coming up. I was gonna do anything I could to get on base. Alex behind me, Maddie Gallagher, then Abby. I mean, I just knew in that bottom of the 9th when we were up, I had every single bit of faith in my team.
Jenna, I know sorry.
I don't think there's anything we could have done better in that last half of the inning. Mads had a really good hit, and it just happened to go right in her glove. But, I mean, we just worked till we couldn't anymore, and we gave it our all.
Jen, I know it might be hard to reflect on right now, but, the legacy of this senior class, what do you hope that your legacy will be here at Mizzou?
I mean, I think that I would just love to be known for playing for the community. I mean, nothing else but the community. I mean, I love it here. You're going to see me around a bunch. I mean, just... It is very hard to reflect right now because I don't want to be done, but I mean, it's just I would do anything for this community. Anyone, literally anyone here. It doesn't have to be anyone I know. Just that's it.
Awesome. Thank you both.
Thank you.
I'm a racket and ugly crier, so bear with me here.
We'll start with an opening statement and then we'll open it for questions.
First, I'll give credit to Duke. I mean, they're an unbelievable team. They competed, so I wish them the absolute best. Obviously, I would much rather have it be us, but I mean, they competed. It was an unbelievable game, a pitcher's duel, and I'm just so proud of our team and battling. I mean, when you're down 4 runs in the 9th inning, all you ever say is, let's get the tying run up, and we had the winning run up. And that just shows you the fight and grit of these young women, and that's what they take from this. I mean, we're playing a game. Athletics is a game, but it's the lifetime lessons that you learn from facing adversity with your backs up against the wall. So these 22 young women are going to be so prepared in the real world because of what they've had to overcome in the last year and the fight that they've showed and the determination and the grit. And that means more to me than any win or loss. I know that they're unbelievable, upstanding citizens of our community, and they just love being a Mizzou Tiger. And when you think about today's day and age in athletics and how easy it is for people to transfer and ask for more for their individual self, these 22 give everything they can to this program and to this university, and I couldn't be more proud of them.
Larissa, I saw obviously when the game ended, you on the field with Jenna and Maddie and kind of all hugging each other. Can you kind of tell me about that and the emotions behind that moment?
Those are my baby girls. I've known them since they were 9 years old. And to see someone grow up and grow into the young women that they are has nothing to do with their stats. It's who they are as people. And I'm just so proud that they took a chance on me in traveling halfway around the country to play in this university. I think what's really special about our 5 seniors is they set a new standard. Not just wins and losses, but their standard for excellence and what they did every single day, they bought in from day one. And Maddie and Jenna really led that way.
Coach, I know you're a big advocate for the growth of the game and like the growth of just women's sports in general. So to see a team as young as Duke just in their 7th season and a coach as great as Coach Young coming here, and I know it hurts to lose, but to see a team like that, what does it kind of say about the sport and how it's growing?
I think it says a lot about the university and committing to softball. And there's a lot of new programs out there. You can include Clemson in that as well, and there's a lot of other universities that are starting softball. And when you commit to a sport, you're either in or you're out, in my opinion. And they've committed to their softball program, and it shows in the success that they had as fast as they did, because that's really tough to do, is build a program, especially at the Power 5 level.
Larissa, 2-part question. First off, you've obviously been around a lot of big game performances. Can you put into perspective what Lauren did in these elimination games the last 2 weeks?
Tough right now. But when you trust your teammates and you trust the people that you share a locker room with, you're going to do everything for them. And we make a lot of analogies between athletics and the military and riding in a boat and those types of analogies, that you all have to be rowing in the same direction. And you have to trust when you're in that foxhole who's to your left and who's to your right. And that's what Lauren Krings did today. She trusts everybody on the team and everyone who's behind her, that she's going to give everything she possibly can until she doesn't have anything left. And that's what she's done really all year long. But I think it was really showcased in how tough and gritty she is and how proud she is in the last 2 weeks.
Second part is the decision to take her out after the home run. Can you explain the thinking there?
4th time through the lineup. And when we were going through the lineup, when Jennings was up, I knew this was going to be the tough part, is getting through those top 3. And as soon as they hit the home run, it was really time to make a change, to change the momentum. It just didn't work in our favor. But, I mean, the effort's always there, and the attention to detail and the commitment. I mean, they give everything they have all the time, and sometimes the ball just doesn't go your way.
A few times in the last couple of weeks, Lauren Krings has kind of refused to let the ball go out of her hands. Was there any of that in the 9th when you went out to meet her in the circle?
No, I think she knew. I mean, it was 9 innings, and she gave up that home run, so it's kind of to pass the baton.
Obviously, Abby making it a heck of a game there in the 9th inning. Can you just talk about Abby and kind of the clutch moment she's had in this postseason too?
Abby, yesterday when we were taking batting practice, was extremely emotional, and I could see it. And every swing she took in the cage, she was just wearing her emotions on her sleeve. And I said, we're gonna be okay. We're gonna get through this. And she said, I don't want this season to end. And that's what her last at bat was I'm not gonna make the last out. I don't want this to end. I want to keep giving us a chance to be able to play again. And that's the fight that everybody had. And I think it started from, Jenna getting on base. And I think it's really ironic that we have 3 seniors at the top of the lineup and they refused to make that last out.
I think this is the best season for the team since 2011, obviously. Just what kind of momentum does a group like this kind of have going forward? And obviously you are losing some key seniors, but with Abby and some of the other young players who have stepped up, just what does that kind of say about the momentum and trajectory of this program?
And again, like the wins are great. Going to super regionals are great, but it's the standards of their work ethic, their discipline, their self-motivation, their trusting the process. Like, that's what the senior class did. Last year, we underachieved. And from the second our season ended, this group got together and said, this is what we're going to live by. These are going to be our mottos. We're going to uphold it, and we're going to carry it out. And they never wavered from that. So it's those standards that the younger players have learned from our upperclassmen. That's not going to change. So when you have a Mizzou standard and they start to uphold it within each other, the winning then takes place of itself because they're all here for the right reasons, doing the right thing.
You mentioned yesterday that the team was playing for, I think you said, one more minute together. In their last minute together, what did you see out of this team? What was the defining characteristic of this team in this last minute?
Love. They truly love each other. And they just wanted to fight for tomorrow. Fight for another game. Fight so then they can continue to be together for one more game or one more day. Because what sucks right now is that school's out, season's done, and they all go home. And we don't see them again until August. So I wish that they could stay here and we could celebrate each other for a couple more weeks, but we're not allowed to because the NCAA rules don't allow us to. But when you have a group of people that are so invested, and it goes from the coaching staff to our managers, to our support staff, to our players that are all invested in what we're trying to do, you have a really, really special thing, and that's what we have right now.
Coach, a lot of times the seniors are kind of the dugout leaders and some of the people that help keep the morale up, but this season you had a really interesting dynamic where the freshmen often had, some of the biggest sparks. You see Abrascato and Touche getting up on the dugout, riling up the crowd. I mean, how did they make a big impact this season, and even on the field, off the field? What did that kind of look like for the team?
It's the seniors allowing the freshmen to be who they are. And one of our words in our culture pyramid is being authentic and being okay with who you are and letting that shine through. And our seniors allowed our freshmen to be who they are. They didn't try to stifle them. They didn't try to put them in their place and say you're only a freshman. Like, that's what happens with a lot of teams. And our seniors really empowered those freshmen because you have Jenna Laird and Alex Honnold who are not very vocal. They lead by example. And when you have freshmen like Abrascato and Touche and McCann and Abby Hay and Madison Walker who have very, very boisterous personalities, they know that we need them. Julie Crenshaw said in one of our meetings that she looked at the freshmen and said, we're going to need you this year. And then that empowers the freshmen to make their mark and leave their mark so then they can continue to grow this program. If we don't have freshmen that do what these freshmen did, we're not recruiting the right players. And when they trust the players that are coming in, they want the best out of them.
Coach, you talk about this senior class. What part of the senior class was the first ones you recruited, helped bring the first 2 super regionals with you at the helm of this team? Just what do they mean to you, not only as a part of this program, but for you as a coach and as a person, what you've learned from these 5, especially the 4 you recruited?
So I'm going to include Gallagher in this because I've known her since she was 9, and she probably should have signed with Mizzou from day one. They were here for 4 years. when you look at college athletics right now, how many impact seniors are at the same institution for 4 years at this level? Very, very few. And that's really what we want to instill here. We want people who want to be a part of this program, that are here for the right reasons, that are loyal, that are committed, that are hardworking, and I will do absolutely anything for them because I can trust them. And if I can't trust the players that are within our program, then they're here for the wrong reasons.
Coach, before Jenna Laird walked off, she talked about how, she's always going to be a part of this community and that she'd do literally anything for, someone from this community, no matter if she knew them or not. She kind of made a day one impact here. She was, I believe, all conference, or she was like way up there, well respected as a freshman, made a big impact on that last super regional team. So to see her impact over 4 years, what does that say about her and her time in the yellow or in the gold and black? And I mean, just how important was she to the growth of this program the past 4 years?
Well, she's played every game all 4 years consecutively. I don't know what the number's at right now. 200 and something consecutive games that she's played. But what you don't see is Jenna's willingness to do absolutely anything. And the trust has always been there, where I can go to Jenna and ask her what the team needs, and vice versa, that she will take it upon herself to relay to the coaching staff on the team needs early hitting, the team needs extra conditioning, whatever it is, because she's always putting the team first. And Jenna's done that from day one, is she will do absolutely anything for anybody within this program and anyone in the community, because that trumps her own personal need.
Any other questions? Awesome. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.